Alright, this is a moment of truth after replacing all 6 spark plugs and coil packs and putting everything back together again. Is it going to start? Welcome back to another video on Lexus RX 350 maintenance. And in today's video, we're going to replace all the spark plugs and the coils. So follow along and I'll show you how it's done. These are the coils right here on top of the spark plugs, and the other 3 are underneath that intake. So we're going to figure out how to get to them, but first we're going to do the easy ones right in the front. Okay, here's the parts you're going to need. We've got the coils here and the spark plugs. I typically only go with Lexus parts, especially when it comes to the coils. Don't cheap out on getting another brand. And then if I decide to remove the intake, this is a 5mm hex or Allen. So for the spark plugs themselves, I've got a magnetic swivel head spark plug remover and a swivel here. And just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and replace this PCV valve because it's right there as I'm taking everything apart. So just unhook these. You want to do all this with the engine cold. So first we've got a 10mm socket here. We're going to take these coil pack bolts off, which should be pretty loose. Yeah. Okay, we don't want to see any oil down here. So that's a good sign. Next, I'm just going to take some compressed air here. Clean off any dirt that might have fallen down inside there, so when you unscrew that spark plug, it doesn't drop any dirt down in there. So we've got our swivel head here. I've got my 3/8 inch ratchet, and I also have a bicycle seat post, and what this is going to do is just slide on here to make this much longer to give me some more leverage. Man, that's really tight in there. I think it's like fused in. Oh yeah, it's definitely got really hot. So this is nice because it's got a magnet in there to grab it. Interesting difference between these two is it's almost like it's built up some type of material on the top. Now, these new spark plugs are only supposed to have about 12 pound-feet of torque, which is not very much at all. Basically a little more than finger tight. So I'm going to use this hand thing to get it back. Okay, that's it. Alright, so those are in. I'm just going to unbox these new ones here. Okay, that was the easy part. Now, since we're here, let's go ahead and get this PCV valve. 19 millimeters. That doesn't look so hot. Now to get to the back, we're gonna go ahead and start taking this cowl piece apart. Should be pretty easy, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's try taking this spring tension out. Oh, there we go. Comes right off. So I'll just have to make sure I align them back to this right here when I get it back together again. Okay, so this whole thing just pulls right out, but it's held on by a lot of little clips and push down things, so it's going to be interesting getting this back on. So the next thing is we got to take out this assembly here, this windshield wiper assembly, which is some bolts here, there, and over there. So let's do that. So now we gotta get this tray out. And if you look at these bolts here, these are the bolts that hold your entire strut assembly. One's outside, these two are inside, which means that these two have to come off along with this one. This back here is the firewall, that does not come out. So once you start taking these bolts along the back here, then this tray will come right out. Side. It's really just getting it over these threads here. There's our 3 coil packs. I can reach in there, but I got to take this bracket off right here. So right underneath it, there's 2 bolts actually. Okay, I'm gonna start to take these wires out here. And just remember where they go so you get them back together. Because I gotta get these wires out of the way. There's just too many of them. So you can see just 2 bolts that held this intake, which is in plastic, to the, looks like the head. Okay, I want to move the intake because I just don't like how tight it is back there. I don't like working in super tight places, especially when you start cramming your arm in there and you start like gouging yourself. I think that's what I want to do. Man, I'm gonna be sore after this. First, we're gonna turn it to on. There goes nothing. Let's see if we get a check engine light. Seems happy. Seems very quiet. So in terms of difficulty, I'd give this a 4 out of 5. Only because all the work was all the way in the back of the engine. It was pretty hard on my back, more than any of the other jobs, just because I was leaning into the engine compartment the entire time. And I would say there's a lot of wires, a lot of hoses, a lot of nuts and bolts, and so it's easy to forget where stuff goes. I did all this in one sitting. It took me between 3 and 4 hours to do all the work. Now that I've shown you in the video how to do it, it should give you the confidence to be able to do it yourself. So good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.